In a land far away, nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a young girl named Sara. She had bright, curious eyes that sparkled like the morning dew and a smile that could light up the gloomiest of days. Sara loved exploring the world around her. Every leaf, every pebble, and every bug was her friend. One sunny afternoon, while playing by the river, Sara stumbled upon a peculiar sight, an old, rusty bucket half submerged in the water. With a mixture of curiosity and bravery, she reached out, pulled it out, and opened it. Inside lay a small wooden box. As she lifted it out, a faint, sweet melody filled the air. Driven by her insatiable curiosity, Sara took the box home. At first, her mother was a bit apprehensive about the strange box, but seeing the joy it brought to her daughter's face, she relented. That night, tucked under her blankets, Sara couldn't sleep. Her mind raced with questions about the mysterious box. Suddenly, an idea struck her. Maybe the box would reveal its secrets if she played the tune she had heard earlier. As she began to hum the tune, the room started to shake. The walls trembled and the windows rattled. Then, right before her astonished eyes, the box began to glow. A soft, inviting light emanated from it, beckoning her closer. Hesitantly at first, then with growing confidence, she reached out and touched the box. In an instant, the light enveloped her, and when it faded, the box was gone, leaving behind only a faint echo of the melody. In its place, Sara found herself holding a small, intricately carved wooden horse. It was no ordinary horse. As she cradled it, she felt a surge of warmth and an inexplicable connection. The horse seemed to thrum with life, its wooden muscles flexing and relaxing as if preparing for action. Then, as if sensing her wonder, the horse spoke. "You have a kind heart, Sara," it said in a voice that sounded like rustling leaves. "I am grateful you found me. Will you be my friend?" Overjoyed, Sara nodded, her eyes shining with happiness. From that moment on, Sara and the wooden horse, whom she named Chestnut, became the best of friends. They spent their days exploring the nearby hills and meadows, sharing secrets and laughter. Chestnut was no ordinary horse. He possessed a touch of magic. With a flick of his wooden tail or a whinny that echoed like a flute, he could make flowers bloom instantly or coax shy animals out of their hiding places. One day, while playing near the riverbank, they met an old, wise turtle. The turtle, who had witnessed many seasons come and go, was initially skeptical of a wooden horse. But when Chestnut revealed his magic, the turtle became a believer. "This magic is a gift," the turtle said, his voice raspy with age. "It's meant to be shared, not kept to yourself." Confused, Sara asked what she should do. "There are those in need of magic," the turtle explained, pointing his wrinkled finger towards the distant mountains. "The people there haven't seen a flower bloom or heard the song of a happy bird in many years, because a wicked sorcerer has cast a spell of eternal winter over their land." Sara's heart filled with compassion. She wanted to help, but how could a young girl and a wooden horse in a sorcerer's reign? Before Sara could respond, Chestnut nudged her, his wooden eye twinkling with mischief. "We may not be able to defeat the sorcerer with magic," he whispered, "but we can outsmart him." And so, with the turtle's guidance, Sara and Chestnut set off on their adventure to the distant mountains. Their quest was fraught with challenges, but their friendship only grew stronger. Chestnut's magic and Sarah's quick thinking helped them overcome each obstacle. When they finally reached the sorcerer's icy domain, Chestnut, disguised as a common farm animal, led the way. Sara followed closely, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. As they approached the sorcerer's fortress, the sound of children's laughter reached their ears, and as they turned toward the sound, they saw a group of children playing in a snow-covered field. The sight of children at play tugged at the sorcerer's frozen heartstrings. For a moment, he saw not Sara, but his long-forgotten daughter. In that instant of distraction, Chestnut and Sara slipped past him and into his fortress. The sight that greeted them was both wondrous and heartbreaking. Beautiful flowers, once vibrant and full of life, were encased in thick sheets of ice, their petals frozen into delicate sculptures. Birds, their songs silenced by the sorcerer's spell, were turned into icy statues perched on frozen branches. With a heavy heart, Sara and Chestnut knew they had to act quickly. Sara began to hum the Song of Everlasting Spring, a tune she had learned from the birds, while Chestnut danced in widening circles, scattering seeds of magic across the frozen land. As the music filled the air, the ice began to crack. First, a single snowflake melted, then another, and soon a gentle rain was washing over the land. The flowers shivered, then slowly, miraculously, they began to bloom, their colors even more vivid than before. The birds ruffled their feathers, shook off their icy coats, and burst into song. The sorcerer, realizing what had happened, rushed to stop them, but it was too late. His dark spell had been vanquished by the power of friendship and love. And so together Sara, Chestnut, and the newly freed animals and plants brought warmth and cheer back to the land, reminding all who lived there and those who visited that even the coldest winter can end and spring will always follow.